Hey. Hey. I think we good now. Let's see. All right, first thing we're gonna do right here, honestly. First thing we're gonna do, we gonna react to this shit. We gotta react to Benzino, bro. This dude Benzino, he got he literally, he got some type of shit he made, like one of them Mike videos, bro. And I gotta react to this just because I seen 50 Cent was hating on it, and I was like, you know what? Let's fucking react to this. Like I haven't even seen it yet, so let's give it a watch, bro.
Mike the Rock Man.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Rich shit, fucking with my blood, about to rip shit, crip shit. I'm a 60 niggas on my nip shit. Honey bun, drop 100 band on my wrist shit. 100 trunk, stendo in the stick, blow the clip shit. Flip shit, wave it like a fan, about to lift shit. Misfit, all my wild ends be on some kill shit. Trail shit, like I'm in the rack on some pill shit. Demon time, geeked up in this bitch, they don't feel shit.
This nigga gotta be, this nigga gotta be drilling, bro. The way he chatting on this, bro. Wait. He said, get it like a fan, we gonna lift shit. My youngins, they gonna get shit. All his YNs be on some kill shit. Bro. I ain't gonna lie, how old is this nigga, bro? He talking about his YNs be on some kill shit, bro. We gotta look up how old Benzino is, bro.
A lot of these niggas ain't having money. I'm rocking these carriages like a bunny. I might cop a brick if the shit's 100. 12 hit the door and you know I'm running. If I get caught, I ain't saying nothing. Rat on the Z and you know I'm coming. Put it on God, you won't see it coming. Hey, I was in the hood acting crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, it don't sound as bad as it looks. Like, it don't sound bad, but the visuals, bro, the visuals look crazy, bro. This nigga too old. Like, bro got no neck. Bro got no neck, bro.
I got a lot of money in the 80s, cause I'm the motherfucking source, bitch, pay me. Shit, fucking with my blood, about to rip shit, crip shit. I'm a 60 niggas on my nip shit. Honey bun, drop 100 band on my wrist shit. 100 trunk, stendo in the stick, blow the clip shit. Flip shit, wave it like a fan, about to
lift shit.
Misfit,
Oh my, be on some kill shit.
trail shit, like I'm in the rack on some pill shit. Demon time, geeked up in this bitch, they don't feel shit.
YNZ. Bro. Alright, so what do we rate it, chat? What we rate Benzino shit, bro? Bruh. Like I said, it sounds better than it looks, bro. I gotta look up Benzino age, actually, now that we here. How old is Benzino? Hey, yo. Okay, how old is Benzino? The rapper. He's 60 years old, bro. This man's 60 years old, bro. Bro, he acting half his age. I'm 30, bro. Bro acting like a 30-year-old in that shit. Like I said, I don't know who his audience is or what up, but yeah. He talking some crazy shit on there. Next video we're gonna watch, Benzino. I know 50 Cent reacted to Benzino, and he said he reacted back, so we're gonna watch this shit.
Zeno reacts to 50 Cent trolling his new freestyle rap.
You know what I'm saying? The lighting's good, so look, right? All I did was on the road. I just put a little video out, Y and Z, just minding my business. Obviously, people like it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, more feeling it, but I see your man Curtis posted it, right? And I'm like,
whose dad is this? Isn't this like Coi Leray's dad? Isn't this Coi Leray's dad? Is Benzino Coi Leray's dad? Yeah, that is her dad. That is her dad. Like, all right.
really was Zeno, huh? I mean, what you should be doing, Kurt, explaining to little Bruce Leroy while Sleeves and Diddy and a bunch of was around. I think you're gonna have to owe him an explanation when he gets older. Don't act like we ain't see you on the beach with your book.
Bruh, calling his son Bruce Leroy is crazy. Let's look up 50 Cent's son. 50 Cent son. What's her name? With Daphne Joy. Why they calling this nigga Bruce Leroy, bro? Hey, yo. This is what we doing now? Bruce Leroy? Nah, they better stop playing with 50, bro. Better stop playing with 50, bro.
Buddy, see play with the camera taking pictures, yeah. You was in your feelings, huh? Nah, Curtis, it's not a good look. But I tell you what,
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
boxing challenge still there, Curtis, for the celebrity. I'm
Bro wanna box 50.
down to make a couple of M's. I'll go 3 rounds with your goofy ass.
3 rounds ain't shit, bro. Boxing is at least, if you're not doing 8 rounds, it ain't no boxing match, bro. 8 rounds minimum. Maybe 6. At least 6.
That's number 1. Number 2, why don't you see if you could put out a song better than Y and Z?
And this nigga also, ain't this nigga like, how tall is Benzino, bro? He chatting too crazy, bro. How tall is Benzino? Alright, I'm gonna just drag this over so y'all can see it, bro. The nigga 5'3", bro. Nigga 5'3". How tall is 50 Cent? The nigga got 9 inches. So you already know his reach. He catching him on that reach, bro.
In a video better than that.
That's what happens when you take enhancements. When you take enhancements, them steroids, that shit go to your head, bro.
My mic drop video. Finish shoot the real video. Oh yeah, go stream my new movie. Right, TKO is the #1 movie on. Actually, it's the #5 movie in the country.
All right, we gonna fact check this nigga. We gonna fact check this nigga. Word of me. TKO movie by Benzino. Let me look at the rating. Oh, hell no. Alright, I can't see all that, and honestly, I don't really give a fuck. Listen, I didn't watch it, and I didn't hear about it. Top 5 movie in the country.
That's including Netflix and Prime. Yeah, the #1 movie on Tubi, TKO. Shout out to Chris Stokes, Juanita Stokes, Marcus Houston, everybody over there, Footage Films. doing amazing things. Yeah, I get it. I get it. 60-year-old man got motion, huh? Yeah, I get it.
Nah, 60-year-old man with motion is crazy. 60-year-old man with motion sound wild, bro. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down and enjoy your time with your grandkids, bro. For real. Enjoy the time with your fam. Bro is a YN. This is the oldest YN I've ever seen, bro. The oldest YN I've ever seen. Benzino. Look at this nigga, bro.
I understand.
Look at this dude, bro. Bro look like a pit bull on steroids. Nah, bro look like a Ninja Turtle with no shell. Fuck is he talking about?
You got a lot of the people you influence, a lot of grown men on there mad, huh? Yeah, they mad. Let's see if some of y'all niggas could do this. Let's see if some of y'all could do this though. Let's see niggas my post. Let's see if some of y'all could do that though. All you men that want to post under men. Let's see if some of y'all could do that. Huh? Yeah, that's all. Let's see if some of y'all could do that.
Bro, what he talking about? Do what? Take his shirt off, bro? Bro, do y'all see this nigga abs, bro? What the fuck he got going on, bro? Why the fuck is this nigga abs like cut in half, bro? What the hell is that? Nigga got two stomachs. Nigga got his lower stomach, his mid stomach. Yo, this dude torso separated by three different sections, bro. Fuck is he talking about?
Since you want to post, you know what I'm saying? Ladies like with the bodies, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? Curtis, you always been like a hooter type. You really could never dress. Your hairline, your head's this big, your hairline's right here. You gotta keep wearing the fitted. Word on the street is that you be coming up short, Kurt. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Jane transitioned. She transitioned to bad boy. Yeah. Yeah. Must be rough, huh, Kurt? Anyways, Y and Z's not on all platforms yet. It was just something else. But it looks like I'm gonna have to get it on all platforms now. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to all my supporters, everybody who show love out there. Word, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? All you grown men that go into grown men's pictures and posts, y'all need to be whooped. I hope y'all don't got sons, cause man, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all have a good day. I'm gonna leave this up. Salute. Boston, bitch.
Bruh. Why is niggas coming at 50, bro? What he do to Benzino? I mean, I'm sure he did something. That nigga 50 has done shit to a lot of people. But damn, bro. Niggas gonna kick you. The only thing niggas could ever say, put it like this, the only thing niggas can ever say about you, bro, ever, if you could be the most successful dude, the only thing niggas could say about you is talk shit about your girl. If your girl is a slore, if your girl has a past, bro, you could be the most successful dude ever. It don't matter, bro. That girl's gonna tear your shit down, bro. Look at Logan Paul. Look at Logan Paul. He was doing so great. Remember all that shit happened with his girlfriend, his fiance, now his baby mom's like, niggas was tearing that boy down because he was dating a slore. But, you know, that's how it goes though. That's why you gotta watch. You really gotta watch who you talking to, who you date, because the downfall of any man will be your girl, bro. It's whoever you decide to put closest to you, bro. So you gotta watch what bitches you keep around. You gotta watch what bitches you keep around. That's why I really don't associate myself with any females unless that's my official girlfriend. You will not see me with shit. Like, I'm not hanging out with no girl. I'm not claiming no girl. Like, if I'm hanging out with you, we're hanging out in private. I'm not trying to be caught out with you in public. I'm not trying to be linked to you. Like, we could text. You can hit me up on messages, but, you know, I'm not trying to be linked to no bitch.
Rick Ross reveals he used to fish with 50 Cent's youngest son. I just released the Maybach Music Rap Arena merch collabo talking about taking it back to the essence of MCing, battle rapping, so on and so forth. Someone in my DM say, is that what you and 50 Cent doing? Are y'all battle rapping? Is it beef, real beef? Well, I'm going to say this. Beef, it could be complicated, but I done took 50 Cent youngest son, Bruce Leroy.
Nah.
AKA, whoa.
Bro, why he calling him Bruce Leroy? Bro, why he do the Chinese sound, bro? Hold on.
Bruce Leroy could be complicated, but I done took 50 Cent youngest son, Bruce Leroy. AKA, whoa. I done took him fishing before.
Nah, AKA, whoa. It's crazy, bro. That nigga said, whoa.
He loved when I do the whoa noise. You know, I used to see him all the time over there. But I guess one day his mom may have been creating content on Star Island somewhere, and he was walking around on his second lap. I invited him to the back of my crib. I put bread on a fishing pole, cast it.
Nah, that's sick work.
I watched Bruce Leroy catch his first Dover sole.
That's sick work.
Man, I felt proud. What? Little man, what's up, though?
Nah, the Chinese sounds getting me, bro. The Chinese sounds is hilarious, bro.
Why is this so stupid? Biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rose. Listen, this is what I want to say. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. For whoever may be going through this, listen, man, life is about transitions. You'll be going through things. You won't see the vision. You won't believe in it. You won't believe in yourself. You don't know if it's going left, if it's going right, if you're a failure, if you're a success. Sometimes you just got to let it flow. Follow your heart. Let it flow. You'll find a way to figure everything out. Trust me, the right doors are open at the right time. Key. Right now, I got on the Rap Arena merch. Rap Arena. It's all about taking it back to the essence of the true culture. Battle raps. DJs carrying crates. So when you see the collab of me and my brother DJ Khaled, we did this with Rap Arena just to go back to the essence for all the battle rapping. Who writing they shit, the producers who coming up with their shit in the DJs that scratching. So it's really paying homage to a legend like Khaled, Ricky Rose. Rap Arena is now taking over. So 50, look, I mentioned your youngest son, Bruce Leroy. Me taking him fishing for the first time, watching him catch his first Dover sole. Oh, that ain't a snapper. Now, but me and my buddies, we was talking about little man possibly suffering with trauma in the future. And I said, okay, that's something I never thought about, trauma. But if he is suffering from trauma or needs any assistance, I'm gonna be here for him. I would love to get him a puppy. What kind of puppy?
Hey, I like puppies, man.
Chihuahua?
That's a nice
All
gesture.
right. Chihuahua from Bruce Lee was.
I don't know about the Chihuahua though. Like, don't get in him no Chihuahua, man. Get him like a poodle, like a mini poodle, bro. You can't get nothing better than a mini poodle, bro. As a puppy, bro. Get Bruce Leroy a poodle, bro. Tell Ricky I said get Bruce Leroy a poodle, bro. He gonna like that shit. He gonna like that. Now, one of the funniest moments I seen, bro, years ago from this beef, bro, was when Rick Ross was cutting his grass, bro. I'm gonna show y'all this shit. Rick Ross was cutting his grass, bro. Hold up, let me fix it.
Say, baby, let's get up. It's a new week. Let's do some new shit. Let's keep our health, family, and loved ones prioritized. Let's also make sure we keeping our hustle intact. What we doing around the house. Let's do it. I'm gonna do something different today. I told y'all about spending time around the house. So you know what I did? I said I wanted to cut my own grass. Am I gonna cut my own grass? I don't know. Y'all gotta see today. Stay tuned. I'm gonna tell you something that all CEOs have in common. It's a passion to remain hands-on. Never too big to hustle, baby. Never too big for any motherfucking job. And I'm hands-on. When I got time, I'ma do it.
Dang.
We all get money. So
That's
if
a
you
big
cutting
ass
grass,
yard,
then
bro.
You a boss. If you working at Wingstop, you a boss. If you working at
Bro, if you ever seen this nigga's yard, bro, this nigga's yard is absurd, bro. Like the nigga's yard is crazy. Wait, let me look up Rick Ross yard. Cause bro, Rick Ross yard. That shit gonna take him some hours to do, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Gonna take him some hours, bro. Like that nigga's yard is huge, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Here, I'm gonna move my camera over so y'all can see. Bro, look at this nigga's yard, bro. This nigga trying to cut his own grass. That nigga's yard is huge, bro. Look at that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bro cutting his own grass.
checkers, you a boss. If you cutting grass, you a boss. You washing cars, you a boss. How hard you gonna go? Let's go. Let's turn up.
Alright, now let's see 50 Cent's reaction to that video. That shit was hilarious, bro.
What kind of rich nigga cut his own grass? Why you out there cutting your own grass? You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you
The
this.
AC broken in the motherfucker.
Let me ask you this.
What kind of rich nigga cut his own grass?
That's a good question, though. What kind of rich nigga cut his own grass? Because, bro, when niggas like them be talking about money this, money that, time is money, bro, you cutting your own grass, bro. Like, you cutting your own grass. You cutting your own grass, wasting like hours of your time where you could be doing other, you know, more sufficient, more important things to get to the money. But instead you cutting your grass. But I'm not a nigga with money, so don't listen to me. I'm just from the outside looking in. But I understand 50's perspective. You feel me? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I understand. I get it. Like I get it. For real. For real. I understand. All right. Now where's my Chrome? Where's my Chrome at? Let me bring Chrome back up. My screen is broken, so I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right.
All right, let's get back to business. I got a question. 50 Cent, after your first album went diamond, no one around you thought it'd be a good idea to renegotiate that horrendous contract you was in for ownership of your masters after that first album? The second album? Third album? The fourth album? Yo, who got worse, man? Who got worse? I just released the Maybach Music Rap Arena merch collabo talking about taking it back to the essence of MCing, battle rapping, so on and so forth. Someone in my DM say, is that what you and 50 Cent doing? Are y'all battle rapping? Is it beef, real beef? Well, I'm going to say this. Beef, it could be complicated, but I done took 50 Cent youngest son, Bruce Leroy, a.k.a. Whoa! I done took him fishing before. And he loved when I do the wah noise. You know, I used to see him all the time over there. But I guess one day his mom may have been creating content on Star Island somewhere, and he was walking around on his second lap. I invited him to the back of my crib. I put bread on a fishing pole, cast it. I watched Bruce Leroy catch his first Dover sole. Man, I felt proud. What? Little man, what's up, though? What? So 50, look, I mentioned your youngest son, Bruce Leroy. Me taking him fishing for the first time, watching him catch his first Dover sole. That ain't a snapper. Now, but me and my buddies, we was talking about little man possibly suffering with trauma in the future. And I said, okay, that's something I never thought about, trauma. But if he is suffering from trauma or needs any assistance, I'm gonna be here for him. I would love to get him a puppy. What kind of puppy? Chihuahua? All right. A Chihuahua for Bruce Leroy. Back to that pool party this weekend, right?
Alright. Alright, we are now at the next segment. Actually, let's watch KSO's dad, because this is a little thing. I just want to watch KSO's dad snitch on him. I've been seeing this everywhere. And this nigga's dad was an informant and snitched on, bro. He snitched on both his sons. So, I mean, them streets, bro, them streets is cold, bro. So, let's watch this shit.
You love your family, Mr. Robinson. That's what we just heard, right?
Yes.
I guess you love yourself. Right? That's enough, sir.
Of course.
Man, nah, that's crazy. I don't have kids. So I don't know the essence or feeling of you want to put your kids before yourself. I feel like most parents I know live with that. Like if they were put in a situation and they had to choose themselves or their kids, they would choose them kids. They would choose their kids over themselves because they have that much love and like, you know, like they want their kids to be a better version of them. Regardless, you know what I mean? Through whatever. So
Self-love first, right?
Over your children.
That's the law of nature. Love yourself first.
Listen, I got nephews. I got nephews, bro. I got nieces. And I kid you not, man. I look at my nephews like my kids. So what's like, you know, I will put my nephews before me, bro. You know what I mean? So for this nigga to put himself before his kids is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, that's a crazy statement to say, bro.
You're cooperating in this case, correct, sir?
Correct.
This is not your first cooperation, is it?
No.
They ain't know daddy was a snitch. They thought their dad was a gangster, man. That's the crazy part. They dad was, well, I think they're gonna say it, but he was doing life and then that shit got cut short. They thought their dad was a gangster, man. Literally, little did they know, their dad was a snitch, bro.
You've somewhat made a career out of it, have you not?
I wouldn't say career.
Well, you first testified against an officer, Officer Eric Sinclair, back in 1999. Right?
Oh shit. 1999 is crazy. 1999 is crazy. Bro been snitching for over, it's about to be 30 years, bro. He was snitching before his kids was alive, bro. Nah.
Did I do what?
Testified against Officer Eric Sinclair back in 1999.
Snitching before the 2000s is crazy, bro. That's crazy work, bro. The first nigga I knew that snitch was like 6ix9ine, bro. That was when Snitch 9 was the first one that made it acceptable. This nigga, him and Charleston White been snitching since the 90s, bro. Those are two unicorns.
No, I didn't.
Came forward with information.
Yeah.
The officer evidently didn't take it to trial, correct?
Correct.
But your cooperation, your testifying to the federal government caused him to enter a plea, right?
I'm not going to agree with that.
Okay. Well, what you probably will agree with is that your sentence was dramatically reduced, right?
Nah, this is crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Just out here trying to do the right thing, and they shitting on bro. I ain't gonna lie, they shitting on this man, bro. Right in front of his kids, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it true that before you talked to the federal government, what you were facing back in 1999, you could have gotten up to life imprisonment, correct?
Yes.
And it was reduced to 10 years.
Anyone that get a reduced sentence like that, bro, the red flag, bro. Anyone that gets something crazy reduced like that and they get released soon after, red flag, bro. That nigga is snitching, bro.
Right?
No.
Substantial reduction?
My time was reduced to 22 years.
How much did you serve?
About 10 years and 3 months, 4 months.
So from life to an ultimate actual serving sentence of about 10 years.
Guess what? It was a law change, and that's how my time got reduced again.
Well, and your cooperation, sir.
Yeah.
So pretty good deal you made for yourself.
Yeah.
You've also worked as a confidential informant for police, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you're cooperating in this particular case because it will help you, right?
Right.
And you were arrested, I think you told us roughly September of 2020.
September 10th, 2020.
September 10th, it sounds like you remember the exact day,
Yes.
right, sir? I imagine that was an important day to you, correct?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say important.
Well, it did cause you to be incarcerated, sir, right?
Right.
Where you've remained, correct?
Right.
And that was for your involvement in the McCormick homicide, right?
Yes.
When did they hit you with the Rothermel homicide?
2021.
Okay, so in 2020,
This is what happens when you get too deep in them streets, bro. When you get too deep in them streets and ain't no way to get out, ain't no way to be free, bro, you gon' flip, bro. You gon' flip, bro. It's not no joke when you get in that courtroom and they say, and you a 30-year-old man and they say you got life in prison. Like, bro, life in prison is crazy. At any age, honestly. At any age, life in jail is crazy. So, niggas start flipping. Niggas start doing whatever the fuck they gotta do. It ain't about the gang. It ain't about the boys no more. It ain't about your family. Then it becomes about yourself. And these street situations always end up, they never end up successful. They never end up winning. It's always a loss at the end of the day, bro. Someone always go to jail, someone die. Or, relationships like this are just lost forever, bro.
You're facing an accessory after the fact charge for your involvement in the death of Charles McCormick, right?
Right.
And when they brought you in, you've agreed to cooperate, right?
Right.
But that didn't happen until 2022, correct?
Right.
That would have been after they put the second homicide on you, right?
Right.
Now, in the Rothermill homicide, you're aware that Dominique Barner originally was going to testify against you, right?
Right.
And your involvement in what you pled guilty to as accessory after the fact in the Rothermill killing was that you admit you gave money to Dominique Barner after knowing he had just been involved in this shooting and needed to get out of town.
Yes.
And you're willing to admit that, correct?
Yes.
You do not admit, you do not agree with Mr. Barner's claim that you provide.
Alright, now there's another video where he's actually snitching, bro. Ksoo dad says son is shooter. I want to hear that. Because he said his son was a shooter, bro. I want to see that, bro. I ain't watching the hour 47.
I'm throwing the entrepreneur event of the season. And you're invited. This is going to be my biggest book ever.
There, and I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old.
Testifying against not only co-defendants but family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
Well, I have a number of reasons.
What are they?
I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter. And, when my 8-year-old daughter asked me when I'm going to come take her to the daddy-daughter dance.
Objection, hearsay, relevance.
Overruled.
Can't.
When she asked me over each year when I'm going to come take her there, and I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old son, when he asked me if I'm going to come to his football games, come take him fishing. My other 6-year-old, he asked me, when I'm gonna come see him, when he begging me, please come see me, daddy. He wanna teach me how to play the game, but he don't know where I'm at. Things like that. My health issues.
What health issues do you have?
I have diabetic. I'm diabetic. I'm on high blood pressure. I suffer from congestive heart failure. I just found out June 25th that my kidneys is failing rapidly.
Has becoming a witness in this case negatively impacted your relationship with your entire family?
Well, I really don't have no more relationship with my family besides one person.
That's why this shit get cold, bro. That's why this shit get cold, bro. Because he said I have no relationship with my family, bro. So, he already felt like this before he was snitching, bro. He already had to feel like this shit, bro. This nigga cold.
So if parts of your family completely cut you out?
Yeah.
When people know that you're cooperating, does that make it easier or harder for you when you're incarcerated?
Well, it make it harder for me.
What about when you get out?
Extremely harder.
Is cooperating in this case something that is easy for you to do?
No, this is the most hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life.
The day that Charles McCormick was murdered on January 15, 2020, does that specific day hold any significance for you and your family?
Yes.
And why is that date significant in your mind?
It's the date that my son got killed.
Who was your son that got killed?
Willie Addison.
Is he your biological child?
No.
Do you still consider him to be your son?
Yes, I consider him to be my son.
Did Willie Addison have a nickname?
Yes.
What was that?
Luke.
Did
Wait,
consider him
did they say his son got killed?
to be your son? Child?
No.
Is he your biological child?
Willie Addison. My son got killed.
Who was your son that got killed?
Willie Addison.
Is he your biological child?
No.
Do you still consider him to be your son?
Yes, I consider him to be my son.
Did Willie Addison have a nickname?
Yes.
What was that?
Lil Willie, Boss Goon.
Bro just out here telling everything. He said Lou Willie, Boss Goon. Like, nigga, what? I seen this shit online somewhere, bro.
After January 15, 2020, you became aware of a video recording that captured the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity during the pendency of your case and the discovery to see that recording.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. Did you, when you viewed that recording, recognize the person depicted in it?
Yes.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
My son.
What's your son's name?
Hakeem.
After January.
Nah, the snitch on your son is crazy. Bro, if I was in court and my dad snitched on me and I'm looking at this nigga, bro, I'm crashing out, bro. I'm already getting life. I'm crashing the fuck out, bro. Them niggas better, I don't know what's gonna happen in that courtroom, but they better do something. They better do something, because I'm going sick, boy. I swear to God. Alright, I want to watch this shit because this shit was fucking hilarious.
You gonna leave that situation
Nah,
unscathed?
it's over with.
Over
It's just like a guy. It's just like a guy who's been accused of a child, and he gets arrested for it. He gets arrested for it. He goes to trial. He gets found not guilty. The jury says, we don't believe he did this. So even though he got a not guilty verdict, he still have an arrest record for rape and child molestation. So when they run your background, all they see is rape and child molestation. They don't see dismissed. They're turned off by the allegations. So he loses by the allegations.
What is TubeBuddy? Let's break it down fast. TubeBuddy is used by over 14 million creators to optimize.
Damn. And plus, he a big up. Now, if he was a little bitty like me, being with a little old bitty 21-year-old white girl like that, it would have less of an impact on white America's mind. But because he's a big old black nigga that looks like a gorilla, and this 21-year-old white girl says he got that's the size of a baby in his drawers. She called it a big fat black baby cock.
Hey, yeah.
That's what she called it. She give it a name. So if he didn't have that, and he would have looked no, you like that, no. So he in trouble off the fact that he a big old black.
Nah, this nigga's got no filter, bro. No filter, bro.
With a big old, this little old bitty petite white girl that's barely grown. She's a teeny bopper, fresh out of mama and them house. So I'm saying y'all can't be mad at Shannon. It's no difference than the NBA. It's no different than the NBA when they took LeBron and Kobe and drafted them fresh out of high school into the pros. That's all he did.
You think he was being set up? You think it was a setup? Like
If you listen to the conversation, it sounds like a setup.
Mm-hmm.
But if you sit back and look at the overall situation, you say this ain't no setup. This is a nigga who been in the league and been amongst elite blacks and white people for most of his life. He live in a white community. He been around white people for over 30 years. Boy got a thing for white. He like young white. He really want to fuck a 17-year-old, but he can't. He's an 18-year-old or 20-year-old. Yeah. So here it is, he at the gym working out. He's showing up at the gym with them big old black legs, that big old dick print showing in them sweatpants, squatting, sweating out his ass with them big old muscles. Now here it is, this little white girl over there on the treadmill. They making eye contact. Who set that up? Who put her there? Who put him there? And who knew they was gonna be attracted to each other to start? Who set that up? Now, if you watch his interview and you sit back and listen to him and Ocho Cinco talk, and he talk about what he do and what he don't do, well, you see he a weenie with the women. He really You sit back, man, I don't do this, I don't do... Nah, man, you mean to women. Nigga, you ain't no Matt. You don't even know how to sweet talk women. So you see, he really a weenie to women. He just got a big old black with the big old muscles. But he's not a charming man. You see, man, he mean.
They have to turn it off the line.
Authoritative and he regimented. No, he's not appealing. So the white girl just playing off the big black cock. He ain't handsome. He ain't the handsomest big black in the world. And he look like a gorilla. Big black gorilla, silverback.
Silverback.
So she figures she getting this big black dick, but in the process of getting this big old black, he mean fucking her. I'm gonna choke you when I see you tomorrow. Man, that's all. Yeah, just a baby. You try to.
This nigga right though. This nigga so right, bro. Yeah, he mean fucking her, bro. Like they talking that nasty shit. And she just saving the receipts, bro. She's saving all the receipts. Cause I know that there's some white girls that get kinky like that, bro. I've dated a white girl before. And she told me when I first met her, she said she wanted to be my sex slave and all this extra shit, bro. In my head, I'm like, sex slave, like. But now that I'm older, I know what she was into. She was like that bitch that Shannon was fucking. Like she was one of those. She wants you to mean fuck her. She wants you to fucking be so disrespectful during sex to her because that's what she likes. And that's what this bitch like too. Now, I ain't talking about all white bitches, but I know that there are some out there that, you know, that enjoy that type of shit.
Yeah, you try to, yeah. So she don't want to be treated like a grown woman. She just wants this big old black and let her be irresponsible. He trying to make her responsible and all that other. So now ain't nobody set that up. Man, he just shoving that big old black out. And she like it. Yeah, he just mean.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, shout out to the with the team. Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap, man. Charleston White is.
Alright, I don't want to see you, nigga. Show me the next part. There's another part of this shit I know. Or at least I thought there was. Oh,
Imagine being able to build anything. For any reason, in any style, at any scale. Imagine being able to build anything.
Alright, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it.
In any style, at any scale.
You do? You better learn and start appreciate how you dealing with a young 20-year-old conniving, manipulative, low-down
I'm talking about a dirty funky. You ought to know better, Shannon. Much shit is you talking like you say you won't even get on the elevator with a woman by yourself. How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old damn near teeny bopper, little old young white bitch get you 50 mil? You offered a pink toe Peckerwood 10 million. Boy, I ain't fucked a white girl about 15, 20 years. What I do to a white girl, she gonna be a hoe. About a bonafide hoe. A stomp down. Matter of fact, she might be a porn star or a prostitute, but she ain't gonna be no squash. Squash, that ain't right. It's on over here. See, this is why I be in the strip club having fun with them hoes. Cause Jesus kept a hoe named Mary Magdalene.
Hey, yo.
Hoe got to walk with Jesus and his 12 disciples. She didn't get to hang out with the Savior. Only a hoe did. So I know how important a hoe is. You better learn and start appreciate hoes and leave them pretties alone. I'm telling you, he in the gym working out, looking like a big old black slave with them sweatpants on. Little white girl say you got a baby in your drawer. Girl say you is the size of a baby. She called it, come put that big baby, black baby in me. She called it baby black baby. What she would call it? She called it a baby. Boy got an infant in his drawer. Do you know what you could do, Unc, in the ghetto with an infant child, with money, and you got fame? You know how much fun you could have in Magic City, Taboo, a booby trap, Playhouse, pinups, Onyx, Blue Flames, Strokers, DGs, Dallas Club. I can go on and on and on. Do you know how much fun you can have in them one gray sweatpants, getting a lap dance, no drawers on, rather than being at the gym working out with no drawers on? You have way more fun than sitting over there in the corner having drinks, talking talk, yeah, with them motherfucking sweatpants on, and she can feel that print. Nigga, you that's why you in trouble now. Come on down back here to your people. You should have been with them ghetto. Say, I'm telling you, nigga, that was a strip club with them sweatpants on. I know how to get it. I know how to ride and reel them in, boy. And I can't have it, no problem. As long as I've been having money, having fun, tiptoeing and cross-country pimping, you ain't heard nobody complain about Unc Stewart. Unc is a real live player in a Mac Jack, and you better stop trying to get free. Diddy had the right idea. Fly him in, pay him, freak with him, and let him go. Diddy had the right. Now since Diddy gone, y'all don't know what to do. Y'all don't know how to get no more. Since they don't like Diddy gone, I still know how to Mac. I still know how to Mac. Yeah, Mac on. I still know how to play. Yeah, all they had to do is give me a little money. And I'm telling you, Diddy gone, and y'all don't know how to get on your own no more. Look at you, boy. In the workout gym, looking like Conto. Big black slave. That's what she look like, Shannon. Big old black slave. Yeah, with that lily white girl. They gonna get you. You, man, you done fucked up. I don't know what you done. Listen, they got skipped too. Don't feel bad. They got skipped too. They got skipped with an old bitch with a job. See, y'all want to go, man, yeah, y'all, man, them are with it. Them with it. I'm telling you, see, my mama talking about it. Yeah, mama.
Not that ass. When you get that money, you get that power, you be trying to use that shit, bro. Like he said, they got skipped with a bitch that got a job. Like, bro, she had a decent job. She was in the same rooms as Skip Bayless. And he was still trying to use that money and power, bro. That money and power be the downfall of you, man. Any man that don't have self-control, that money and power is a bitch, bro. Worse than a bitch, bro. Like I said earlier, a bitch would be a downfall, but that money and power, worse than a bitch.
Mama taught me about my grandmama. Nah, say, listen. No, nigga. Listen. You in trouble. You say you gonna choke a big black man choke a white girl. All right. You made me think about that movie Samuel L. Jackson played in, Black Snake Moan, when he had that little white girl tied up. Get you. They gonna treat you just like they did Michael Vick when he was with them dogs. It's two things white folks don't like in barbing: them lily white gals and they dogs. They'll let you mistreat the fish. You can go fish with no license, but you ain't fit up with one of them little lily white girls and she holler something about you. They finna make this stick. That $100 million. Yeah, you better try to go get Cat Williams again. Cause that $100 million gone. And you were kind of hating on me. You let Gilly get over there and talk down on me. Now I don't want to come to your podcast no more. You done something to a white girl. And I'm with them white folks. Hang in me. And I believe her. I don't think she lying. I don't think these white people sent this white girl to get you. I think you like raw meat. You like raw. You like your steak medium rare. I like mine well done, black like the cook. I'm talking about no pink. I like mine. Now I used to like white girl. Yeah, cause my daddy like white girl. So I wanted to kind of be like my daddy. Yeah, I used to like white girl. Till I realized I ain't freaky enough for him. I ain't freaky enough for him.
Bro, this is what I'm telling y'all. I dated a girl. Told me she wanted me. She told me, I dated a girl, she told me that she wanted to be my sex slave, bro. That's when I knew. I said, I'm a freaky nigga, but I ain't that freaky, yo. I ain't that freaky. Like, when she talk like that shit just turn me off. I'll be like, my shit just flop over, like, sex slave. Bitch, do you not know my family history? Do you not know that, bitch, that my grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, they parents and shit was slaves? Bitch, what are you talking about, sex slaves? Like, yeah, these white girls be on some different type freak shit.
And they like dogs and cats. Give me the girl. Give me the girl. Give me the gal. Yeah, and the Latino. Yeah, now I like Mexican food. Mexican girl wouldn't have done that to you, nigga. No, Mexican girl wouldn't have done that. Pesos and dollars. That ain't even know. She don't even know the half of 50 million. Yeah. Angelica Rodriguez, she wouldn't even know that. Yeah, 50 million. Just think about this, Shannon. Boy, that ghetto, her mind can't even think 50. Boy, them girls down at all them strip clubs where I be hanging and fishing at, they can't even think 50 million. They even get mad at me. Say, I want for 50 million. You could have fished for 50,000 in the ghetto. What happened when you leave? What happened when you go across the railroad track and be over there? Nigga, 50 million? Bitch, how you even come up with that? Who you been? Guy, I don't even know a lawyer that even think 50 million. They would have been trying to shake it down for a meal or two. Here you go. And still been, yeah, man, you saw what Ike Turner did.
Oh, man, that's what dude had to say.
That's hilarious, bro. All right. Next thing with Shannon Sharpe, man, he got another case, bro. He has another case talking about this girl that went to the Usher concert, bro. He said that she got divorced because Usher was singing to her or some shit. Bro.
It was released from The Athletic that Shannon broke down how it was released from The Athletic that Shannon Sharpe was going to be removed from ESPN. Shannon Sharpe himself found out, they say Monday or Tuesday. Yep. They said that the call that they had and the conversation that they had with Shannon Sharpe was either Monday or Tuesday. Shannon Sharpe himself said that he found out earlier this week. And he had one request that they did not grant. But we'll get into that shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Shannon Sharpe was recently fired by ESPN shortly after settling the $50 million lawsuit from the chick that was on OnlyFans.
Gotta get to. But he didn't give her $50 million. He gave her $20 million. I know that's still a lot though. To give a bitch $20 million is absurd, bro. Like if you wouldn't have got that shit from me, you would not have got that shit from me.
Some breaking news out of the sports world now. ESPN confirming to NBC it's cutting ties with its NFL commentator Shannon Sharpe. The move coming after Sharpe, of course, the Hall of Fame tight end, settled a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and battery. He has previously denied the allegations against him, and he hasn't been on the air since April. NBC News is out to Sharpe and his attorney for comment, although we haven't heard back. Ellison Barber is tracking this one. Ellison, what else do we know?
Hey, Hallie, I mean, it is a massive fall from grace for the Hall of Famer turned broadcast giant. As you said, his relationship with ESPN, it is officially over. He had not been on the air at ESPN since this lawsuit was first filed back in April. That was a decision at the time that he and his attorney had said they had made, that he had made on his own as he dealt with what he described back then as false and disruptive allegations. But look, he's no longer going to be on ESPN, and this is despite the network renegotiating his contract and announcing an expansion of his role on the show First Take just last year. You mentioned it, but no comment from ESPN or Sharpe as of yet. The split, it does come 2 weeks after the attorney who was representing the woman who had accused Sharpe of sexual assault and raping her in the state of Nevada on 2 different occasions, one in late 2024 and one in January of this year. It comes 2 weeks after her attorney announced that they had reached a settlement on that lawsuit. The terms of the settlement were not publicly disclosed. Again, Sharpe has consistently denied any wrongdoing here. He claims that he had a consensual relationship with this woman. Based on court filings in the state of Nevada, she had said that she had met Sharpe back in 2023 at a gym when she was 20 years old, and that they had engaged in a relationship over the course of 2 years. And then again in late 2024, that's when she says she was assaulted by Sharpe, both physically and sexually, and raped at least 2 times. Again, no direct comment from Sharpe at this time. He and his attorney, they had previously said that the decision to step away from his role at ESPN in April was one that he made himself. This no longer a decision he has made himself. This is ESPN splitting from Sharpe. He will not be on that show, on that program, on the network moving forward. That being said, he does have an incredibly popular podcast that airs weekly, and as far as we know, that will continue. But Hallie, in terms of his relationship broadcasting with ESPN, that is over.
Shannon.
Bro, is this a fucking ad?
Sharpe will be fine.
Yeah, he gonna be fine, bro. He has a big ass podcast, bro. His podcast is insane. But I do think it's crazy though how they release Shannon, and then on Monday they have Ocho Cinco there, and they're starting him on ESPN when they knew that they had just got rid of Shannon. So they basically got rid of Shannon and took his partner from his podcast and put him on ESPN. They crazy.
Shannon Sharpe will be fine. Now, I thought that ESPN would actually keep Shannon Sharpe on. And the reason that I thought that ESPN would keep Shannon Sharpe on is because Shannon Sharpe is a generational talent when it comes to creation of content.
Facts. His analogies, his content, his pronunciation, all that shit, very original. Very original dude, bro. You're not going to be able to replace Shannon Sharpe anywhere. Like, niggas literally watched Fox Sports for Shannon Sharpe. Once Shannon Sharpe left Fox, Fox's ratings went down tremendously, bro. Everyone went to ESPN. So, I mean, ESPN, I guess, doesn't need those ratings. Like, they're getting good ratings regardless. But Shannon Sharpe definitely brought a lot of viewers with him. Like, he's got a big-ass fan base, a lot of supporters.
I think that he's great for networks. He's great with the money. Unfortunately, Shannon Sharpe fell victim to what most of us, have a fetish for, and that is what I call boxolitis.
The pussy, bro. A lot of niggas don't have self-control, bro. You can't be crashing out about these females, bro. Especially when you're not a regular person, bro. You cannot be engaging with just any attractive female. You can't. Like, these females are not for you, bro. Like, that's why a nigga's single. These females is not for you, bro. They want something you got or something you giving them, but, bro, they don't really give a fuck about you. They might want that dick, or they might want that money, or they might want your time. But once they get rid of one or the other, they coming.
Mm-hmm. Shannon Sharpe fell victim to the box. And so he's seen this
Gotta
She
have
was a fairy.
self-control.
Yeah, she was a fairy. The very thing that I warned y'all against. Let me sit back in my chair and let me kick it for a second so I can talk my talk. Before we get into Shannon Sharpe's reaction to it, because I'm going to play that next, let me sit back in my chair and let me talk my talk. Because I'm right. I'm right again. Anton, no. We want them younger, we want them whiter, and we want them greener so that we can train them on how it is that they need to be moving around an older man. Older men like younger white women. That's what y'all told me. That is what y'all told me. No cap. You argued with me in the comments. You argued with me on the Millionaire Morning Show. You did live streams. You did reactions videos to me. You talked about it on Monday nights. You talked about it on After Hours. And you argued with me and you said, Cap, Anton, you don't know what it is out here no more, Unc. You've been out the game for a while. And then I tried to tell you, I said, listen, the game is the game. It don't change. The only thing that changes is the players and the technology. The game is the game. I talked to you and I told you. I said, bro, you're asking for trouble. And you didn't want to listen. And you said, no, man. And so now you're making more excuses. Oh, Shannon, he just didn't know. He wasn't able to vet him.
That nigga knew.
These girls are smarter than you. I knew chicks in high school that had grown men picking them up, and they was like, yeah, I only talk to older men. I knew chicks that was smarter than you. I knew chicks back in college that was talking to a dope boy, and she knew that eventually he was going to go to jail. She said that she was already putting herself in a position, and some of the things that she was doing was getting her own salon, getting this up. She was taking money that he was giving her, and she was stacking it, living a life and waiting for him to eventually go down, knowing that he was either going to end up dead or in jail, and she just took her chances.
That's why you got to be careful with these bitches, bro. These bitches not for you, bro. Like I said, they not for you, bro.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Outlist's AI voiceover feature allows you to turn your words into voices you never thought.
They not as green as you think that they are.
They not.
They not as airheaded as you think that they are. They play airhead. They play oblivious.
They play stupid.
They play like they don't know what they talking about.
Yup.
But they are very much looking at you as a mark.
Facts.
You thought that the way that Shannon Sharpe, when he went out to go on that liquor tour for LaPortier, you thought him getting out there with them bad knees, that he was somehow impressing some young white 20-year-old chick? You think I'm naive? You
think niggas stupid.
We naive? Oh, you a different type of unk.
Niggas must not know. We know how this shit go.
Unk.
We know how this shit go.
Different. You the one that all of the 21 and 22-year-olds want. You him. You him, huh?
Yeah.
She don't want you for your money. She don't want you for your clout. She just like you because
like you.
Y'all are the same
Compatible.
Mentally. Because y'all can communicate. Because
She like you
age
'cause
ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah, she see a future with you, huh? Huh, Shannon?
You different. You special.
You different. You special, huh, Shannon?
Special, Unc.
Oh,
no.
Huh?
You different. You know how to move around.
You must be different.
You move the room.
She ain't see nobody else in that room but you.
Motion.
She ain't see nobody else in the room but you, huh? She ain't never met another nigga in the gym but you, huh? She ain't never messed with another nigga with money. You the first one, huh? You really got to do your background check on these bitches, bro. You really do.
Yeah. The women your age, they just all cantankerous. They don't know no better. You different. You smarter than everybody else.
You know different. You smarter, huh?
Wiser than the men that came before you. You're not gonna get caught up.
Yeah.
I remember when he was going off on Ocho. Hey, Ocho. Y'all gotta be. Y'all can't keep being late. You know, I'm taking this thing. To high levels. And with a microphone, man. Why's my Nightcap crew can't get yourself together? You know, when I was in the NFL, I told my older brother, I said, I'm gonna start my podcast. and I need Ocho to get on board, and I need the microphone man, and whoever is in the background, y'all need to get it together. Right after that, scandal. As soon as he starts showing off that watch, because y'all over here talk about me. Y'all talk about old uncle over here. Cat Williams bought this watch. Yeah. And make sure you go get some of the 48 too. DraftKings, T-Mobile, boost T-Mobile.
Get your sponsors in, King. Get your sponsors in, King.
Skip thought he was gonna keep me down. You can't stop no train. The last person that's trying to get in front of the train, you get ran over. You gonna get ran over. Right after that, all it took was some little pink box and a little bit of head, and you was all in your feelings.
Yeah. You can't get caught up. You know, the thing is, when you meet a girl, bro, like there's times, obviously, you meet a girl that isn't always your type, right? Like, for example, when Shannon met this girl, that's not his type. You know what I mean? Like, if you was friend, I'm sure you used to seeing him with a different type of girl. But you met a girl you kind of liked and you're, you know, attracted to. So you're overlooking the red flags that she's showing, right? You can't do that shit. You can't overlook the flags, bro. You got to be more on alert if that's not your type. Because you got to think, why the fuck are we compatible? Why the fuck am I compatible with this young 20-year-old white bitch? And I'm 50 years old, about to get a $100 million deal. This girl's an OnlyFans creator. What the fuck do y'all have in common other than sex? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's a one-sided relationship, bro. So anyone that's in a one-sided relationship like that, you gotta always be on the awareness that, like, that shit can flip, bro. Someone with all that power in a relationship and everything is just what you say, you gotta be careful with that shit, bro. Those are the ones, those are the situations where the bitch flip on you. Those are the ones.
In your feelings, had your face all between her legs. Just gobbling up pink. Just eating the pink. You probably was eating the pink. Come here, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. God putting your face all in the pink. This ain't about Shannon. This is about you. This is about you. You walking and living and talking and looking at this. You think we talking about Shannon. We're using Shannon as the latest example of a falling soldier, a fallen angel.
Facts, bro. Bro got
went up like, and they just was like, here, let me take this on. Give me this $25 million. Give me this $30 million. Give me an ESPN contract. Because you think you special. You think you got you.
You thought you just found the best eater, huh? You just thought you found the best one, huh? You just thought you found the best eater. She was just holding it down. She was never gonna cross the line. She just wanted this dick. That's all she wanted, huh? That's all she wanted was some dick. Yeah. That dick only keep her pleased for so long, bro. I've been there before. When you meet a freak bitch like that, she always wants some more, bro. She always gonna want more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you special.
You thought you was special.
Got you a little white girl.
Y'all.
Ain't nothing wrong with the little pink cat.
I've been there.
Get you some pink cat. Deal with whatever you want to deal with. But just be realistic about what you facing.
Facts.
Be realistic about what you facing. Listen, men have to be situationally aware. They have to understand that you are not special. Your circumstance is special. Your money is special. Your emotion is special. The fact that you on top right now makes you special. But you're not as special to other people as you think you are. You're only as special as your ability to be able to provide until you're not special anymore. And so this is what Shannon had to face. Shannon, for some reason, forgot the rules of the game. Because, and let me tell you why. Because football players...
Nah, because sometimes that pussy be having you... Sometimes that pussy be having you distracted, bro. Sometimes that pussy really make you think that you special, bro. Sometimes you think the situation and the circumstances are so good, right? It's so rare that you're like, I gotta be that guy. It's gotta be. I'm attracting this. It's because of me, and it's partially because of you, but it's really about what's around you.
Some of them get more motion than others, but most of them, they walk around with a helmet on their head. I got any helmets here? I don't think I got no helmets here. Any helmets? I can't think of no helmets. I don't think I got no helmets here. Most football players walk around with a helmet on their head. Let's do a makeshift helmet. Let's see what we got over here.
That's a fact, though. They walk around with the helmet, bro. You don't see these niggas' face?
So because they walk around with helmets on their head,
they just walking around paychecks. That's what these bitches see. Like when I talk to a girl and she like, oh, number 15, Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up, bro. Half of these bitches, they just think you cute. They think you cuter because you got the money, bro. I'll tell you that. They don't even give a fuck if you a starter. You got that bag, they don't give a fuck.
They may have made the NFL, they may be in the locker room, they may be doing some things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they get the visibility that they want to. And I had a conversation about yesterday. Shannon Sharpe. Okay, so Shannon, football players are used to having helmets on, okay? And so they're not the same as basketball players, all right? Football players are used to going, 1, 2, and so they have a little bit of jealousy within them. And so a lot of times throughout their career, because they have a helmet on, they're not able to be recognized as easily as a basketball player. Basketball players are 9 feet tall. They're able to walk around. They can go into the club. They can market themselves. The women know who they are. So unless you're an Aaron Rodgers or, a Shador Sanders or something like that, you're not going to be able to get as much visibility. So your motion is going to be limited. Unless you're a Deion Sanders historically or something like that, you're not going to be able to do the same things that everybody else do. So Shannon is used to putting on his football helmet, right? Putting on his football helmet.
I mean,
and
he was a standout tight end, though. He's one of the best tight ends ever. He's definitely top 3, arguably top 2. Yeah. Gronkowski, Travis Kelce, Shannon Sharpe.
And they get out there, set up. They're Neanderthals. They're used to being savages. They're used to always walking around. And so they believe that they deserve the same love as NBA players, but they're not getting the love because when they go out into the streets a lot of times, unless you start to sell something or you get more visibility, you know, you don't get the same motion as the baseball players. You don't get the same motion as the soccer players. You don't get the same motion as hockey players. You get this type of motion. Nobody knows who you are. Oh, man, that's just a big old football player. Oh, man, he just big. So that's what they're used to. So Shannon got a lot more motion now, right? He got a lot more motion.
Facts.
When Shannon got on Club Shay Shay and Fox Sports.
What would you say to somebody that hasn't tried therapy before?
Just ask yourself if what you're doing in your life right now.
And he was good at his job. The visibility was different than they are used to as football players. The visibility, Football players envy other sports because they don't make as much money while they're in the league, but they generate the most revenue as a league, and they don't have the same motion when it comes to being recognizable and visibility, because most people would walk past a football player and not be able to know his name, even in their own city. Like in your own, even if you're not internationally known, like if you're not a big time superstar, then in your own city, you still the man. In your own city, you're still the man. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be him. But most people on a football roster, unless you're one of the big dogs, right? Unless you was a Megatron or something like that, a Barry Sanders, a generational player, you're not going to get that much motion. But when they start to get more visibility as like being on these shows and starting their own podcasts and stuff, it hit different because now they have the fame that is commensurate with the money, and they probably making more money than they ever made when they was in football themselves. So Shannon, as great as he is, as awesome as he was, he forgot the lessons. He forgot the rules of the game. And the rules of the game are such. Nobody is bigger than the program. Nobody can escape boxolitis. And you have to, under any circumstance, under all circumstances, you have to maintain frame. You never, ever, ever, this is the number one rule of the game. If nobody has ever told you, and I don't care if you're a content creator, I don't care if you're the executive of a startup company that's going to blow up and make a lot of money, I don't care if you're a football player, I don't care if you're a basketball player, I don't care what you are. If nobody ever told you, I am going to tell you right now, this is the rule, the number one rule of the game. The number one rule of the game is that you never, ever, if you just a neighborhood dope boy and you are the man in your city, this is the rules of the game.
Yup.
Never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, place a hoe before your dough.
Fact, though.
Never, ever,
never
let anything come between you and the money.
You and the
bread.
bread.
You can go party as long as it don't affect the money. You can go ball as long as it don't affect the money. You can do this, you can do that. But when you mess up the money,
the last thing you want to come between you and the money is a bitch, bro. That's the last reason you want to be, is that you losing your check for it, bro. It's because of a bitch, bro. That's so avoidable, bro. It's so avoidable.
You done broke rule number one of the game.
That should be the rule number one, is the easiest. Fuck these bitches, get money. Fuck these bitches, get money. Fuck. But that pussy be having niggas distracted and be forgetting what the fuck the real end goal is. Bro, you gotta realize the pussy was just a temporary thing. The money is forever, bro. You gotta have fun with the pussy in the moment. You cannot intertwine the money and the pussy, bro. Because you could lose one, or you most likely gonna lose both. In Shannon's case, he lost both. Fuck. Double L.
Rule number one of the game. Y'all didn't have OGs because y'all grew up in the social media era. So you just took your advice from anybody that you could find it from.
Yup.
You took your advice from anybody that you can find it from. Here's Shannon Sharpe and him addressing specifically him getting let go by ESPN.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Before we get started, obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out would overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this. I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it.
So that's pretty much all Shannon said. He said that he asked him to wait till Monday. Bob Brown says, AD, do you think that ESPN was fouled for not waiting till Monday? No, I don't. You don't get to dictate the rules. You can make a request, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can dictate the rules. Listen, you can control the narrative when you are a winner. That is the only time that you have the power and control. You determine the rules. You determine how the game goes. You can control things. The minute that you mess up the money, the minute that you mess up the reputation, the minute that you mess up the bag, that's when all of the rules go out the window. And he knew the rules of the game, and that's why he's not salty about it. You can make a request, but that don't mean that they got to honor it. They don't have to do nothing. It's 100% business. You was bad for the brand. Now, I personally believe, this is where I was wrong. I personally believed that Shannon would be able to overcome this situation and ultimately still remain on ESPN, because I think it's a bad move on ESPN's part to let Shannon Sharpe go. I believe it is a horrible thing on ESPN's part to let Shannon Sharpe go. I believe that they could have possibly renegotiated the contract, that they could have got him at a lower price. If they were smart, they would have played this completely differently, because he was still an asset. He was a huge asset.
Yeah.
And people would have wanted to tune in to see what he was going to be like, if he was going to be on top of it, if he was going to recover, if he was going to show off. And I'm pretty sure they could have got him for a cheaper price, considering everything. This was leverage on ESPN's part. You don't let a person like Shannon Sharpe go because he's too valuable in order to make sure that you can continue to keep up in the ratings to compete. If I was ESPN, I would have kept him.
Wherever Shannon Sharpe goes, a lot of us is going to watch. So obviously he's not with ESPN. Wherever the fuck he goes, I know CBS Sports just signed like Carmelo Anthony and some other athletes. Like they're trying to compete with ESPN and Fox. If he happens to go to fucking CBS Sports, bro, bringing all them ratings, bro. All the ratings are going to wherever Shannon Sharpe goes. You heard it here first.
If I was ESPN, I would have kept him.
I would have kept him too.
You said ESPN is trying to fix their dying brand. The only way you fix the dying brand is by having exceptional talent.
You got to keep the most popping dude on the internet. You have to.
Is by doing numbers. The numbers is always going to be king over everything. Ain't no brand perception when you lose in the numbers. When you're continuing to be gnawed at by all of these independent things. Now, let me give Shannon Sharpe some credit, too. Let me give Shannon Sharpe some credit, because on the flip side, of course, I said that Shannon forgot the plot or whatever, so on and so forth, blah. And I still don't believe that he was guilty. I just think that he didn't understand the rules of the game. For some reason, the Cat Williams interview, the money, the visibility, the brand deals and all of that probably overshadowed a lot, and he thought he was untouchable. You're never untouchable. You got to stay focused, all right? Here's where I think that Shannon Sharpe played it correctly. This is what I think that Shannon Sharpe did well. Shannon Sharpe was smart enough to be able to survive and pivot and continue to keep his own Shay brand, keep his own nightcap, continue to work. And this is another thing. This is a learned lesson, y'all. Look at all of the lessons. Forget the news of what we're talking about in Shannon Sharpe, and let's pay attention to the lessons. What's the lesson here? Is that at the end of the day, Shannon was diversified in what it was that he was putting out, and that he never just said, yep, I got the bag at ESPN. Yep, I got the bag at Fox Sports. Yep, I ran it up over here. Yep, I did this. He continued to grind.
He kept his podcast. I think he got 2 night shows. Undisputed and Cap Cut. And the fact that he has these two brands outside of ESPN and Fox, that always inspired me from Shannon Sharpe, because he always had his own brand, own shit going that he was working on outside of work. And then just like all of us in the rest of the world, he puts on his boots and pants and his t-shirt, well, not t-shirt, his button up, and he goes to his 9 to 5. And that really inspired me, that he wakes up early in the AM, he hops on Fox. After that, he's going home, he's working on his own shit, and he's grinding, bro. Bro was a generational grinder, bro.
He continued to expand his reach, his tentacles, and to build his individual brand to where he was not interdependent on another company in order for him to survive.
Fact. He didn't get, hold on. I gotta finish my ice. Shannon didn't get ratings or views from ESPN. Shannon didn't get views or ratings from Fox. Shannon got his views from his podcast and his night show, from creating content consistently and creating good content consistently. That's why he has the brands that he has. He never needed ESPN. He would have been fine without ESPN. And he didn't need Fox when he got let go of Fox. He showed that he's a bigger than Fox. He brought Fox a lot of viewers, and they didn't realize how big and important Shannon was to the brand until he was gone. And then you saw that whole debacle of everything happen, of all the sex scandals and all the layoffs. And same thing with ESPN. Shannon Sharpe never needed ESPN. Shoot. Did ESPN need Shannon Sharpe? I mean, I think that Shannon definitely brought them more views. Do I think that Shannon Sharpe got more views from ESPN on his podcast and Nightcap? No, he didn't. He was doing numbers by himself. And he's doing bigger, larger numbers than ESPN on his own social media. So I don't think he needs any of these brands. These brands are dying brands, and they need these creators that have large presence and followings online to make their brands better. Like ESPN needs a big name, big face to keep them relevant. That's why they have Stephen A. Smith. That's why they went and got Shannon Sharpe. That's why they went and got Chad Ochocinco. That's why they like to have people like Deion Sanders on the show. Because they know they can only stay relevant and popping and have good views if they have big names on the show. And you only create a big name for yourself outside of the show. And that's one thing Shannon did, was stay working outside of them shows, man. Generational grinder right here, man.
That was the thing that he did, which was exceptional. You have to diversify.
Once you click this video, you'll be taken to uscca.com/maps. From here, you can click on any state and get a complete breakdown of the gun laws you need to know. This resource takes complicated legal information and makes it easy to read, breaking down every
applicable across the board. Don't put yourself in a position to get laid off or let go and you was a one-trick pony. Don't put yourself in a position where you interdependent on a company in order for you to survive. Don't put yourself in a position where you got to go and try to hurry up and land another job in order for you to be okay.
Yep.
You're going to have to make sure that you diversify. I think that Stephen A. did a phenomenal job at it. Don Lemon did a phenomenal job at it. Gilbert Arenas, we're going to get into him in a minute. I think he's did a phenomenal job at it. Shannon Sharpe has done a phenomenal job at it. Ochocinco has done a phenomenal job at it. And that no matter what, even if this is kind of messed up, Shannon is still a millionaire at the end of the day. And that's why it's we can joke on him. We can talk about him. We can say, hey, this is a learned lesson. He forgot the plot, so on and so forth. You know why? Because Shannon is still a millionaire, and Shannon is still going to get to the bag. 2 years from now, Shannon is going to be doing just fine. He's going to be just fine. And instead of him just sitting on his laurels and saying, yeah, I'm the man at Fox, I'm the man at ESPN, yep, I got the bag and all of this other stuff, he said, all right, I'm going to take this visibility, I'm going to take what it is that I've been able to build, and I'm going to build something in addition to that, and this is going to be the primary, and everything else is going to be secondary. But I'm going to put all of my energy, Nightcap, on it every night. ESPN, he was kind of part-time. Nightcap, I'm on it every night. The Shay Club Shay, we're going to run that every single week. He never rested. He never rested. And that is that's the most important lesson in this thing, is that you have to have your own things going on separate from whatever it is that you do for a living, so that you are not out on your butt waiting for anybody. My unemployment is me.
Yeah, that's why I believe in creating your own brand. Create a TikTok, create a YouTube, create a Twitch, create whatever social media you want, but you need to have something else where you're not a consumer, where you're producing for yourself, bro. Like, that's why I do this shit, is because, yeah, I'd love to be like Shannon Sharpe one day. Honestly, my goal in content creation is to be like Shannon Sharpe. That is my goal. So y'all got to get on it. Y'all got to make some content. You got to make some content, record some content, edit that shit, post it, and do that shit, bro. You have to be a somebody outside of your job. Like in the 90s, it was okay to just be the top guy at your job, you know? But nowadays, where social media is so present, it's so important, if you are somebody outside of your job, it's only going to help you. It's only going to benefit you. And if you aren't creating outside of your job, like if you aren't, well, you got your own business, your own content. If you're not doing something like that, then you're relying on your job. And the last thing we want to do is rely on another nigga to get us our money, bro. Yeah, it's nice to get money from another nigga, but you also want to be out here getting money by yourself, for yourself, working for yourself. Stop working for that other dude, bro. Find a way to work for yourself.
My insurance is me. Because nobody is going to look out for Anton the way that Anton look out for Anton. And so when I seen my former manager the other day, he been having to pivot. He had to take a position. He did some consulting. He wound up, and now, you know, and of course, you know, men, they grind, they hustle, and they gonna land on their feet. But the main thing got to be the main thing. You work on the thing part-time till it becomes the main thing, and then you let everything else be extra on top of that. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let's get to it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal, bro. The goal for me has always been to somehow make my content, monetize the content, and then my job and all that is just extra income, bro. That's the goal, bro. I agree. And I noticed too, like you gotta sacrifice for the content. Like you could go out. I mean, you gotta sacrifice for the content. Like, it's not okay to go out every Thursday, on Friday night, Saturday night. Those are nights that you can be creating or editing content. You have to be able to decipher, like, what do you want and how bad do you want it? Like, do you want to go have fun that bad that you don't want to record your content? You don't want to brainstorm ideas. You don't want to consume content to get ideas, to gain ideas. You don't want to edit content. Eventually, you got to treat this shit like a job, bro. You got to treat it like a job. You got to treat it like, okay, I can't go have this fun until I get this done. Until I do this. And I got to take my own advice, bro. I be distracted too. Like, friends hit me up like, oh, let's pop out Friday night. Let's do this Thursday night. Girls want to hang out. Let's do this Saturday night. Let's do. And it's like, if you say yes to everything, you're never going to have time for yourself. You're never going to have time to do the things that you want to do. Like, yeah, you might want to hang out with your friends. You might want to, you know, hang out with the girls. But that's just not benefiting you. It's only taken away from you. When I could stay home, I could make some content. I can edit some content. I could post some content and get me ahead in my digital footprint, rather than go to a bar and just buy some drinks and waste my time chatting to a girl that I'm probably not going to spend significant amounts of time with, that I'm not going to marry, that I don't see a future with. When this content shit, this shit is forever. I'm going to post this video and it's going to live on my page forever. So it's really about prioritizing. We got to prioritize. What do we want? What do you want? And how bad do you want it? For real. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? And also, lastly, because I'm going to end this shit soon, there was a dude that commented on one of my TikTok pages. It was my clips page. And I just learned how to do a lot on that page. I think I learned how to create some fire content. And so my goal now is to just come on here, get as much content as I can. And then I'm going to just start overloading on the shorts, bro. I'm going to overload the algorithm with shorts on YouTube, and I'm going to overload that shit with my TikTok posts. Like, now that I know the blueprint, the formula of how to get my video exactly how I want it, with the borders blurry, showing the video, and then the middle is clear of me, bro, it's over, bro. I'm going to overload the algorithm, bro, and something's going to pop. Because I've done it before, and I'm going to do it again, you know. But I had a dude come on my page and say, I made a video. I made this video, bro. Look at this. Great video, bro. This dude came on my page and he said, if you grinding for real, you will not post a video telling everyone. If you're grinding for real, you won't post a video telling everyone. Bro, do you know how the video got on TikTok? I had to record the video, find the clip, edit the clip, upload it to TikTok, add hashtags, add additions to the font, like add text to the video. And you're telling me that if I was grinding for real, I would not be posting a video about it? Do you not know how posting content works? But that's the thing. Whenever you post on social media, people are always gonna hate, bro. They always gonna hate. And this dude that's hating, his name is anonymous. His name is Feisty Bagel, bro. This is the dude that's hating on me, bro. Feisty Bagel. So my point is, bro, if you make a post and an anonymous dude comments on your shit, that's your biggest fan. That's really your biggest fan.